ओके, फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. सो फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन सेज वी हैव टू फाइंड द रेंज ऑफ अ फंक्शन f of x given by e to the power x minus e to the power mod x upon e to the power x plus e to the power mod x. So fifth question, we have to find the range of this function f of x equals to e to the power x minus e to the power mod x upon e to the power x plus e to the power mod x. Perfect. Now, can I write the definition of this function as, मैं इस mod की term को अगर remove करना चाहूँ, so I can write for x greater than 0, this function would be e to the power x minus e to the power x upon e to the power x plus e to the power x, which is 0 upon e to the power 2x, 2e to the power x, which is 0. And for e to the power, for x less than 0, ये फंक्शन कैसा हो जाएगा? इट इज गोइंग टू बी e to the power x minus e to the power minus x upon e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. अब आप समझे कि मैंने इसकी डेफिनेशन को ऐसे एक्सपैंड क्यों किया? बिकॉज आई कुड क्लियरली सी कि फॉर x ग्रेटर देन 0, पॉजिटिव x के लिए, तो दिस वैल्यू इज गोइंग टू बी जस्ट 0. एक्चुअली फॉर x ग्रेटर देन इक्वल्स टू 0 एंड फॉर नेगेटिव x ये वैल्यू कुछ इस तरीके की होने वाली है. परफेक्ट. नाउ हमें इस फंक्शन की रेंज पता करनी है. रेंज पता करने के लिए मैंने आपको एक तरीका बताया था. राइट दिस फंक्शन एज y इक्वल्स टू e to the power x minus e to the power minus x upon e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. And right now we are just solving for the case x less than minus x less than 0, because x greater than equals to 0 के लिए तो रेंज हमको 0 ऑलरेडी दिख ही रही है. ट्रू. नाउ मैंने आपको तरीका क्या बताया था? ट्राई एंड सॉल्व दिस इक्वेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ x. इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करो और x को y के टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस करो, यही बताया था. सो व्हाट वी कैन डू इज, लेट अस अप्लाई कॉम्पोनेंटो एंड डिविडेंडो. ओके, सो वी हैव y plus 1 upon 1 minus y. Okay, so this is y plus 1, which means e to the power x minus e to the power minus x plus e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. So e to the power minus x would cancel, so we get 2 e to the power x upon e to the power 1 minus, which means e to the power x plus e to the power minus x minus e to the power x plus e to the power minus x, which gives me 2 e to the power minus x. Okay, this implies y plus 1 upon 1 minus y is equals to 2 e to the power 2x. Perfect. Is it correct till this point? Yeah. So I get y plus 1 upon 1 minus y is e to the power 2x. Just a second. Okay. So I can write for x less than 0, y plus 1 upon 1 minus y is equals to e to the power 2x. ठीक है. अब मैंने क्या कहा था कि इस फंक्शन का डोमेन निकालने की हम कोशिश करें. So whatever the values of y that is going to satisfy this equation basically would be the values of that would be the values of y that y can take, और वही इस फंक्शन की रेंज हो जाएगी. तो अब देखिए, e to the power 2x का पहले तो ग्राफ बनाते हैं. e to the power 2x का ग्राफ कुछ इस तरह का बनता है. e to the power 2x का ग्राफ इज इक्वल्स टू e to the power x का ग्राफ इन नेचर. ट्रू. बस उसका स्लोप चेंज होता है. सो e to the power 2x का ग्राफ कुछ इस तरह का बनता है एंड दिस वैल्यू इज 1. Okay, so for x less than 0, what I can see is e to the power 2x lies between 0 to 1, which means y plus 1 upon 1 minus y even has to lie between 0 to 1. Perfect. Or I can write y plus 1 upon 1 minus y has to be greater than 0, or y plus 1 upon 1 minus y has to be less than 1. इसे सॉल्व कीजिए, यहां एंड लगा दें. सो व्हेन आई सॉल्व दिस व्हाट डू आई गेट? 1 minus 1. Okay, for greater than 1, y greater than 1, this value is going to be less than 0. For y less than 1, again this value is going to be less than 0. So we just get one set of value, that is minus 1 to 1. And यहाँ से देखिए, this gives y plus 1 upon 1 minus y less than 1, or I can write this less than 0, which means 2y upon 1 minus y less than 0. What I am getting is 2y upon, 2 upon 1 minus y, because we will get y plus 1 upon 1 minus y. So y and y will cancel. So 2 upon 1 minus y less than 0. And when will this happen? When y is greater than 1. So for this would be 1 to infinity. For all y greater than 1, this value is going to be less than 0. So we get minus 1 to 1 union 1 to infinity. So the range of this function is going to be 0 union minus 1 to 1 union 1 to infinity. Perfect. This is the range of function. Did you understand the basic rule to find the range of a function? सबसे पहले तो डेफिनेशन को एक्सपैंड कर लीजिए, फिर y को x के टर्म्स में लिख के एक इक्वेशन बना दीजिए. सो फॉर्म एन इक्वेशन इन विच यू एक्सप्रेस x एज अ फंक्शन ऑफ y. ओके, x एज अ फंक्शन ऑफ y. फिर उस फंक्शन में y का डोमेन निकालने की कोशिश कीजिए. जो y का डोमेन मिलेगा दैट वुड बी द वैल्यूज दैट y कैन टेक, एंड दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द रेंज ऑफ दिस फंक्शन. क्लियर है? एक और 6th वाला भी सॉल्व करते हैं, इसकी हेल्प से और क्लियर हो जाएगा. Okay, so let us solve 6th question now, which says we have to find the range of function f of x equals to e to the power minus x upon 1 plus greatest integer function of x. ठीक है, e to the power minus x upon greatest integer function of 1 plus upon 1 plus greatest integer function of x. Okay. So I can write y equals to e to the power minus x upon 1 plus greatest integer function of x. Okay. Or I can write y into 1 plus greatest integer function of x into 1 plus greatest integer function of x. This is e to the power minus x. Perfect. One thing we know from this graph, see, this is the graph of e to the power x, and this is the graph for e to the power minus x. So I know e to the power minus x is even always greater than 0. So I can write y into 1 plus greatest integer function of x has to be greater than 0. Perfect. और इसको और अगर आगे आप सॉल्व करना चाहिए, यहाँ से नहीं भी मिले तो यू विल राइट ln y into 1 plus greatest integer function of x equals to minus x, और यहाँ से we will get y plus 1 into 1 upon greatest integer function of x has to be greater than 0. So vice versa. Okay, which means, अब देखिए, this means y has to be greater than 0 and 1 plus greatest integer function of x has to be greater than 0, or y has to be less than 0 and greatest integer function of 1 plus and 1 plus greatest integer function of x has to be less than 0. Perfect. अब देखिए, what is y? Y is nothing but e to the power minus x upon 1 plus greatest integer function of x. True. अब देखिए, जब y पॉजिटिव x 1 plus mod x greater than 0 होगा तो y अपने आप greater than 0 होगा, और जब 1 plus mod x less than 0 होगा तो y अपने आप 0 होगा, because y is just dependent upon the value of 1 plus greatest integer function of x. We understand this. There is no other place where y is not defined. Okay. So what I can very clearly see is y एक ही चीज पे डिपेंडेंट है, that is 1 plus greatest integer function of x के y का साइन सिर्फ एक ही चीज पे डिपेंडेंट है, 1 plus greatest integer function of x के साइन पे. That is the only place where it is dependent, otherwise it is not. We understand this ना, because e to the power minus x तो हमेशा पॉजिटिव ही है. So this implies कि यहाँ तो सारे रियल वैल्यूज के लिए वैलिड दिख रहा है. बट एक चीज समझिए, एक और पॉइंट है, denominator that is 1 plus greatest integer function of x cannot be equals to 0. True? This cannot be equals to 0, which means mod x, sorry, greatest integer function of x cannot be equals to minus 1. True? This means greatest integer function of x minus 1 कब होता है? जब x minus 1 से 0 तक बिलोंग करता है. True. For these values it is 0. It is minus 1, which means the range is r minus, sorry, this was we were discussing about domain. So domain is all r minus this. Okay, which means ये तो डोमेन निकाल दी हमने, r माइनस x ऑल रियल वैल्यूज माइनस 1 to 0. अब एक और चीज देखिए, रेंज में y कभी भी वैल्यू 0 अटेन नहीं कर सकता. क्यों? क्योंकि हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया कि डिनोमिनेटर में तो कभी 0 आ नहीं सकता, और न्यूमरेटर में e to the power minus x है जो कभी 0 देगा नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन 0. सो y कैन नॉट अटेन अ वैल्यू ऑफ 0. So range has to be r minus 0 and denominator has to be r minus 1 to open interval 0. Clear है? Range और domain. So this is my range. हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया था कि डिनोमिनेटर में 0 आना पॉसिबल नहीं है, वो वैल्यूज तो हम डोमेन में से ही हटा देंगे, और e to the power minus x कभी 0 होगा नहीं कंसिडरिंग दिस कंडीशन. सो रेंज वुड बी ऑलवेज r minus 0. क्लियर है? परफेक्टली क्लियर. सो आई होप नाउ एवरीवन इज क्लियर कि डोमेन कैसे निकालते हैं, रेंज कैसे निकालते हैं, और हाउ डू वी से दैट अ ग्राफ इज अ फंक्शन और नॉट. सो बेसिकली फर्स्ट टू सिक्स्थ क्वेश्चन इसी चीज पे बेस्ड थे, दैट यू गेट एन आइडिया दैट हाउ डू वी से दैट अ ग्राफ इज अ फंक्शन और नॉट. डोमेन किस तरीके से निकालते हैं, रेंज के तरीके से निकालते हैं. वेरी वेरी एलिमेंट्री क्वेश्चन. नाउ let us solve the next question, that is 7th question. Can I erase this one? Okay. Seventh question देखते हैं. So 7th question is, we have to solve greatest integer function of 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 upon 200 plus greatest integer function of 1 by 4 plus 2 upon 200 till greatest integer function of 1 by 4 plus 199 by 200. Okay. इसको देख के आपको कुछ याद आ रहा है? Some formula that we discussed yesterday. सोचिए. See. Can you relate it with some formula? This is equal plus tell me very quickly, can you relate it with some formula that we discussed yesterday? याद करिए, कल मैंने एक फॉर्मूला लिखा था which used to state greatest integer function of x plus 1 by n plus x plus 2 by n till x plus n minus 1 by n. This is equals to greatest integer function of nx. अब आप इन दोनों को इक्वेट कीजिए. If I put x equals to 1 by 4 and n equals to 200, so isn't this resembling the same formula, which means this guy over here is going to be equals to n, which is 200 into 1 by 4, which is greatest integer function of 50, which is nothing but equals to 50. Perfect. Solve one. So देखिए, this is such an easy question if you remember this formula, and if you don't remember this formula, so solving this question, I think it's really impossible because it's very time consuming. So that is what the reason is कि these formulas are good to remember. Sometimes they can be used directly in the question, can be really time saving. Okay. Eighth question. Eighth question is we have to solve y equals to twice greatest integer function of x plus 3, okay, and y equals to 3 mod x greatest integer function of x minus 2, and based upon this we have to determine the value of greatest integer function of x plus 1. Perfect. So what they are telling is y equals to twice greatest integer function of x plus 3 and y equals to 3 into greatest integer function of x minus 2. So can I write this as 3 into greatest integer function of x minus 3 into 2, because I know greatest integer function of x plus n is equals to greatest integer function of x plus n. ये प्रॉपर्टी हमने कल ही डिस्कस की थी. So this is 3 greatest integer function of x minus 6. Perfect. So if I subtract these two, I get 0 equals to greatest integer function of x minus 6 minus 3, which is minus 9, which means greatest integer function of x is nothing but 9, which means x would be lying from 9 to 10. Okay, closed interval 9 to open interval 10, and based upon this y would be 2 into 9 plus 3, which is 18 plus 3, which is 21. Okay, and we have to find the value of greatest integer function of x plus y, which is greatest integer function of x plus 21. I can write this as greatest integer function of x plus 21. This is 9 plus 21, which is 30. Easy? I mean, this was easy just based upon some properties of greatest integer function. एक तो ये वाली was a good property to remember. Rest was an easy question. 10th questions, 9th question solve करते हैं अब. Okay. 9th question is, see, this is representing least integer function. Least integer greater than or equals to x. This is equals to, we have to solve this. Okay. Greatest integer function of x whole square plus 2x. Okay. Very frankly, to solve such question, let us do one thing. Let us divide it into two cases. First case be when x is not an integer. Okay. And we will have a second case when x is an integer. So जब x integer होगा तो क्या होगा? Greatest integer function of x will be equals to least integer function of x. Okay. और जब नहीं होता है, so we know one property which states that least integer function of x is always equals to greatest integer function of x plus 1. You should always remember this property. Least integer function of x is always greater than greatest integer function of x plus 1 when x is not an integer. Proof देखना है. Tell me what is the least integer function of 4.5. I know least integer function of 4.5 is going to be 5. Least integer greater than equals to x. Okay. Or greatest integer function of 4.5 क्या होगा? Very truly it is 4. So always least integer function is greatest integer function x plus 1. और ये बहुत justifiable भी है क्योंकि अगर आप graphically देखिए, if this is x and this is x plus 1, this is x over here and this is x plus 1 और कोई एक number यहाँ बीच में है. So least integer greater than this number is going to be x plus 1 and least greatest integer less than this number is going to be x. So very truly, मतलब definition से we understand the difference between these two is always going to be 1 when they are not integers. Okay. For this number lying between these two integers, least integer greater than it would be x plus 1 and least integer less than it would be x. So We understand this. I mean, this is clear by definition even. Okay. And one more property that we guys know, that is x is nothing but greatest integer function of x plus fractional part of x. True. So basically what I am trying to do here is कि मैं लीस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ x और x को ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ x के टर्म्स में रिप्रेजेंट कर रही हूँ, क्योंकि उससे रिलेटेड हमें काफी प्रॉपर्टीज पता है. ओके, सो आई कैन राइट दिस गाय एज greatest integer function of x plus 1 whole square. This is greatest integer function of x whole square plus twice greatest integer function of x plus fractional part of x. Perfect. So this is going to be greatest integer function of x whole square plus 1 plus twice greatest integer function of x. This is greatest integer function of x whole square plus twice greatest integer function of x plus fractional part of x. अब देखिए, twice and these two are going to get cancelled. Greatest integer function of x square is going to get cancelled. So what I get is 1 is equals to twice fractional part of x, which implies fractional part of x is going to be 1 by 2, which means my x has to be of a form n plus 1 by 2 where n belongs to z. कोई भी ऐसा नंबर है x जिसका फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट है 1 by 2, it has to be n plus 1 by 2. This is when x is not an integer. Now let us take case 2 when x is an integer. Okay, when x is an integer, so fractional part of x is going to be equals to greatest integer function of x and this is going to be equals to x. So हमारी equation हो जाएगी x square equals to x square plus 2x, which means x has to be equals to 0. So what is the solution? Solution is 0 union all integers, which all numbers which are of the form n plus 1 by 2 where n is any integer. Clear till this point? Perfectly clear? कोई doubt? Okay. So simultaneously इसी के साथ let us solve 10th question even, because 9th और 10th question almost same type के हैं. Okay, 10th question solve करते हैं. So 10th question is we have to solve an equation given by least integer function of x whole square plus least integer function of x plus 1 whole square equals to 25. This is x square plus least integer function of x plus 1 whole square, this is equals to 25. So this one is almost similar to 9th question that we solved. तो यहाँ भी हम क्या करेंगे? Let us consider two cases. पहले लेते हैं case 1 when x does not belongs to z. X is not an integer, which means least integer function of x is going to be greatest integer function of x plus 1. हम हमेशा हर चीज को ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन में x में क्यों कन्वर्ट करते हैं, आप समझ रहे हैं? बिकॉज दिस इज इजियर टू सॉल्व, बिकॉज वी नो लॉट ऑफ प्रॉपर्टीज रिलेटेड टू इट. ट्रू. सो नाउ आई कैन राइट दिस एज ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ x प्लस 1 होल स्क्वायर प्लस greatest integer function of x plus 1 that is plus 2 whole square, this is equals to 25. Perfect. Which is greatest integer function of x whole square plus 1 plus twice greatest integer function of x plus greatest integer function of x whole square plus 4 plus twice greatest integer function of x, this is 25. And when I simplified it, this is greatest integer function of x whole square twice plus 6 greatest integer function of x plus 20, this is equals to minus 20 equals to 0, or I can write this as greatest integer function of x whole square plus thrice greatest integer function of x minus 10 equals to 0, or I can write it as greatest integer function of x plus 5 into greatest integer function of x minus 2. This is equals to 0. Perfect. This would be greatest integer function of x plus 5 into greatest integer function of x minus 2 equals to 0, which means either greatest integer function of x has to be minus 5 or greatest integer function of x has to be 2. And what does this implies? This implies either x should lie from minus 5 to minus 4, x must belong to closed interval minus 5 to minus 4, or x must belong to 2 to. Clear? कोई doubt यहाँ तक? Perfectly clear? Now next part. Let us take the second case. Case 2 would be x is an integer. And this is easy. When x is an integer, I can write least integer function of x is equals to greatest integer function of x equals to x. So this equation becomes x square plus x plus 1 whole square, which is x square plus 1 plus 2x equals to 25. Perfect. Or I can write this as x square plus twice x square plus twice 2x minus 24 equals to 0, or x square plus x minus 12 equals to 0, or I can write this as x plus 4 into x minus 3 equals to 0. This implies x has to be minus 4 or x has to be 3. What is our solution? Our solution is intersection of these two cases. So it is going to be x belongs to minus 5 to minus 4 union 2 to 3 union 3 comma. So this is the solution. Clear है ये क्वेश्चन सबको? So now you understand कि इस तरीके से अगर फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट या फिर लीस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन या फिर ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन को मिला के कुछ इस तरीके की क्वाड्रेटिक या अलग टाइप की इक्वेशन बने तो उसे कैसे सॉल्व करना है. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू फॉलो दिस अप्रोच. कुछ ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स की प्रॉपर्टीज यूज करनी है. बस ज्यादा से ज्यादा कोशिश करिएगा कि उसे ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स में कन्वर्ट कर दें. क्लियर है? सो लेट अस डू वन थिंग. लेट अस होल्ड अवर लेक्चर हियर. कल 11th क्वेश्चन से सॉल्व करेंगे. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट कि आप अप्रोक्सीमेटली 11 to 20th क्वेश्चन कल एक बार अटेम्प्ट करके आइएगा. ओके, थैंक यू.